We are just reaching the time. It's 3 now. So should we wait for some more time, or can we start? Because only 29 people have joined so far.
I think, Preeti, we should start because people will keep on joining.
Okay.
Sudha?
Yeah, I think so, Deepak.
Okay, good afternoon everyone once again, and welcome all of you for joining this activity, and thank you for sparing your time. I am Preeti Jain with my co-organizers Mitali and Pooja. I request you all to please keep your camera and mic off during the activity except the host and guests. And my humble request to everyone to please maintain the decorum during the activity. So guys, please switch off your camera and mic so that we can see the host and guests on the screen only. So let's start now. The wait is over. It's a proud privilege for us for having Chai Pe Charcha with our esteemed personalities. Mrs. Sudha Sareen, the SVP Marketing and Communication, will be hosting this event, and Mr. Deepak Gupta, SVP Finance, is the guest. So we all will get an opportunity to get familiar with great leaders of our company. So let's enjoy a virtual tea break with them. Sudha ma'am, may you please introduce Deepak sir, and then Deepak sir, I would request also you to introduce Sudha ma'am for the convenience of every person. Now over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, you're welcome, Deepak. Deepak and me are not very adept anchors or speakers. We're going to try.
No, you are, but I'm not.
And we do hope, and we do hope that you will enjoy this. I think everybody will get an opportunity to ask questions later. So please have them ready. I'm going to, everybody knows Deepak, so I don't think he really needs an introduction here. But I will say he's our go-to for most things, at least for me. Deepak is a huge go-to. I have always found him helpful, available, and ready with advice, with inputs, and that has been incredible. So thank you, Deepak, for that.
Thank you so much.
You're supposed
for your humble words.
You are supposed to introduce me, so over to you.
Okay, so I think I have been working with Sudha almost from day one in this company. I joined in 2014. So almost from inception, I've been dealing with Sudha. Wonderful, amazing person. Initially, we were having few people in the company early days. Then our interactions used to be a lot more. We have been getting support, absolutely supportive person, Sudha, as a person, team person, and I have really enjoyed working with her all these years in the past, and continue to look forward to her. Especially, I would like to mention whenever sometimes we need to explain certain things in our corporate deck or investors deck or anything, and we are stuck somewhere, we are not able to find out fancy words in English. So Sudha has been our go-to person. Apart from, I'm just joking, this is one of the very smallest piece. Besides this, she has been handling the entire marketing piece and various other input she has given in other subjects as well. But marketing being her forte. So we have always been benefited from her advice. Thank you, Sudha, for being there.
Thank you, Deepak. It is my privilege to be here. So all of you should know that there are a group of us under the employee engagement group who are going to keep coming back to you with different programs to keep you all engaged. If anybody who's not part of the group has any ideas, please feel free to write into me. We'd be happy to explore them, and we'd be happy to see how we can bring them into our program. So Deepak, when we introduce ourselves, all of us say, I would say I'm Sudha Sareen, Senior Vice President, Marketing and Communications for Power to SME. Similarly, you would say I'm Senior VP Finance, Power to SME. Now, if that wasn't our definition, how would you introduce yourself otherwise? If you were to meet me for the first time, how would Deepak Gupta introduce himself?
So, we are so accustomed, or you can say so engrossed in our day-to-day functioning. So whatever we are working on a day-to-day basis, we are so engrossed that we are hardly able to see beyond that, right?
Absolutely.
All of a sudden, you have targeted this question on me. So I would say that I'm a very straightforward, simple kind of a person. I enjoy my work, whatever I do. I try to do it with a lot of focus, a lot of sincerity. And once I have done my efforts to the satisfaction of myself, then I leave everything to God. That's all.
That's wonderful.
So I don't care what the result is coming. Once I have done my best, then I'm okay with that, whatever may be the result.
Thank you for that, Deepak. Now we're going to get into some descriptive questions. You've obviously had a fairly illustrious career. What was the turning point in your life? I mean, we all struggle with our first jobs, our second jobs, our third jobs. Somebody's struggle is longer, somebody's struggle is lesser. And then you arrive at a point where you know this is the turning point that defines you. What was that turning point in your life? It could be professional or personal.
So, one single turning point, difficult to remember. What I can say in general, this has been my habit from the beginning. In fact, if I go back to my childhood and then to my college days and all, even during my training and all, I think I have been the same person throughout, right? And what I sincerely believe is that once you are doing your job sincerely and with honesty and with hard work, things fall into line all the time. It may be later, it may take a little more time, but I have never seen that things ever fail. If you're true to yourself, then I have seen that sooner or later you tend to succeed. So that is what I have seen. So there may be some hiccups here and there in one's journey, but ultimately, if one is true to himself and one is true to his work, whatever he may be doing, he always succeeds. So particularly if you are asking, I would say I worked for about 2-3 years in Reliance. That's Mukesh Ambani's Reliance, about 14-15 years back. So I would say that was kind of a phenomena, I would say, in my life, in my professional life, because the kind of because that was a startup venture, that was Reliance Retail when it was just forming up, right? So I was involved in the planning stage from the very beginning. So that period was very challenging. I mean, there used to be days when there was a small office and we were about 20 people, and we were, grabbing the chairs of others. I mean, there were hardly any chairs, and people were more, chairs were less. So if anybody was going even to the washroom, when he comes back, he's not there. So those were the days in Reliance. You can imagine, the huge amount of enthusiasm, new team, everybody would have joined from other private companies. So the Reliance culture, as you know, was not there at all. Right? It was a normal startup, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of things were happening, very fast-paced life. So I got used to fast-paced life in Reliance actually. And that has helped me throughout my career, after that. And I have never seen a fast-paced organization than Reliance. But now, after having joined Power2SME, it's equally, challenging. All the day, new types of challenges are there in life, and you enjoy as you grow. So, I would say that was some kind of a turning point for me.
Thank you, Deepak. So what I've understood is that you, for everybody who's attending, I think some of the things that we need to learn are how to actually continue to remain with the hard work. And once you know that you've done your best, you leave the results, because the results will eventually come. Have the faith, and those results will eventually come. Have you ever had a mentor who you think of, who has guided you through college or school or through your career? Has there been a mentor? What is your recommendation to everybody here? That is that something that they should look to have at some stage in terms of guidance?
Yeah, so see, it would happen with everyone in life. So you tend to, respect some people as mentor. You tend to enjoy their company. So I would say that all the time, since the beginning, you don't realize that that person is a mentor to you. But
yeah,
actually, you tend to go to him whenever, you want to discuss something, you want some kind of an advice, or you want to just inform him about everything, or you want to de-stress yourself, I would say. So in my life also, I have always been lucky to have such people in my life. Earlier, even now, I have a few friends who are there with me since my school days, and we all grew up together, went to college together, did CA together. Even now, I mean, we meet up very, very regularly. So those bunch of 2-3 friends are there who are always there. And in even in my training days when I was doing CA, I was lucky to have a very genuine senior person under whom I got my training. So he has always been one of the person to whom I go, in times of professional difficulty. And in every organization, wherever you work, there would be people who will be like-minded, who understand you. So everything stems from the fact that if you are hardworking, you are doing your things diligently, then you tend to find such people who are your well-wishers. You tend to always go to them, consult with them. You always find a solution when you talk to them. So it's important to have such people in your life, whether personal or professional, and it is always helpful. Even here in Power2SME also, I have 3-4 such people. I'm lucky I have more than one.
Yeah, I agree there. What is the most important thing we should all know about you?
There's nothing I have hidden, actually.
Most important thing that we should know.
Important is, I love sports hugely. I love good music. So I don't know whether all of the people are aware of this or not, but nowadays nothing is happening. No games are going on. Hardly any movies are coming. Whatever is coming is on these platforms. So I am when I'm not working, I enjoy life also. I enjoy my life with people around, with my family and all. So I am a sports buff. I would say. I used to play a lot in my younger days, but now neither time is there nor the body permits. Yeah.
So, I mean, one of our questions was, do you have any hidden talents or surprising hobbies? And I know that you sing. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us?
So nowadays I don't sing. First of all, let me clarify.
Why?
No, so अभी सुर नहीं बैठते हैं सुधा. Yeah. So what was your other question?
Any hidden talents or surprising hobbies?
Not really.
Garden.
Nowadays I picked up reading. So
Good.
in the morning or in the night just before sleeping, whatever little time I have, I read something.
Yeah, that's a very good one. What is the most memorable moment in your life or your childhood? You can choose.
Difficult one. Memorable one, as far as one incident I remember when I first time went abroad, and that was during my job, one of the earlier jobs. So to tell you the truth, I had never boarded an aeroplane before going abroad. So it was for the first time. That was sometime in 2000, I think, when I went to London. So that was the first time I was boarding a flight, and I didn't know, where to keep the luggage, how to put it in the cargo and all. So during my entire journey, I was worried whether I will get my luggage back or not.
That is a fair worry, actually.
So then I checked with the, it was a connecting flight. In between we halted at, I think, in Switzerland somewhere. So there I asked from the people over there, how will I get my bag? So they told me, you will get it in London, don't worry.
Don't worry, yeah. Which languages do you speak apart from Hindi and English?
I speak only Hindi and English, but I can understand a little bit of Punjabi. Not all, but little bit.
So do you ever feel that you wish you'd learned more languages?
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
I feel that a lot. I feel I wish, so I know a smattering of German, French.
Okay.
And it's just a smattering of hi, hello, how are you, thank you. Please may I have this. So very, very basic. And I do wish I had learned a lot more of it.
Right.
And now let's get on to some fun stuff. I think we've done a lot of serious stuff, but I think before I go there, I want to ask you, what's the best career advice you've received? And what is the worst career advice you've received?
So I don't think I have received career advices as such. I don't remember any such advice, because in our days our careers were not planned, right? I'm talking of 90s when we were in college. So my father never advised me which career to pick up, So it was largely, where your friends group is going. You tend to Just
Yeah, sort of
go.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So our group, literally, when we were in college, so there were two types of groups actually. One was interested in doing MBA, so they were preparing for CAT exams. The other one, like us, were not so methodical, not so, formal, or you can say a little bit casual kind of a people. So we went into CA, all of us, our group. And now almost every one of our group is a CA.
Okay.
We hardly got any advice.
Yeah. And what is the worst advice?
So
Or
as
the decision you may have made.
sorry,
Or the worst decision you may have made.
worst decision that I would have made. So, so I would not say worst decision, but had I planned it properly, or had I got a proper advice for my career, I would have liked to become a sports person, because there I feel I am a little disciplined kind of a person, very hardworking. So I think that had I been in sports, I would have been a very happy kind of a person. That is one thing that gives me a lot of satisfaction.
And now there are some sort of rapid fire questions. And so we have to ask them quickly and we have to answer them quickly. So 3 words that define you.
3 words.
Yeah.
Disciplined and hardworking.
Wonderful. Meaning of success for you. What does success mean to you?
Happiness.
You found a genie. It's like an Aladdin ka lamp. What would you wish for now?
So first I would ask you what all genie can do. Can it do anything? Whatever?
Anything.
It can provide only material things?
Anything.
Anything. Good. So I would say, given a choice, I mean, if my wish is going to be fulfilled, whatever it may be, then I would say to do something so that our country's systems become better. Talent is already there, but systems are lacking, corruption is there. So I would like to remove this so that our country can come up. It can also be, amongst the top countries of the world. Remove the bottlenecks in the system, corruption, etc., etc. Make it a good country to live, better country to live rather. We are already good.
Wonderful to see that you actually thought of your nation rather than asking a question for yourself or something for yourself. Wonderful. One thing which you want to contribute to the people of India.
Okay, so someday, given a choice, given I'm able to do it, my wish is that someday I start an NGO for the upliftment of children who are deprived of simple basic things in life. So for example, children who are at the red lights, you often see at the red lights, something I want to do for them.
Wonderful. What are you grateful for in this company?
Grateful for providing me an opportunity to work here. So that credit I give to Narayan. So to tell you the truth, immediately prior to this job, I had left my previous job 2 years back. When I started my own venture, I ventured into a entrepreneurship kind of a thing in 2012. So I tried my luck there. I was partly successful, but I was not able to raise the money for that, to expand. So then I decided to leave that and come back to work, come back to job, which I was doing since beginning, right? So to be honest, when I was going for interviews and all, it was a little difficult for me to explain this shift. When I left my job, good career which I was having, I actually got an offer from where I was working earlier when I resigned to become a group CFO there, which I declined basically because I wanted to venture into my own business. So which I resigned. So therefore, to coming back from there was very difficult. And I explained during my meeting with Narayan, I explained this thing, considering that it would go negative for me. But I realized later that it was the only thing that went positive for me. Right? So he liked the fact that I had ventured, I failed in that venture. And I think he has told me so many times later on that, this is a very important feature of the personality of any person, right? To go and venture, to do what you want to do in life, and be not afraid of changing your ways, right? If you are failed, then you come back. So at least you have tried, at least you have attempted.
And the learnings that come along with it.
Absolutely. The learnings, a lot of learnings, it shows how much of courage, right, you have. So that is one thing I liked hugely about Ryan, which I came to know about later on.
Yeah.
So that is one thing I wanted to mention.
Wonderful. We have some COVID related questions actually too. What have you learned from COVID?
Learned from COVID is that we can work online better than offline in more ways than not. And it results, earlier we used to think that it's almost necessary to go to office each and every day and struggling with the traffic, with the so many, things while reaching there and while coming back. And we thought that the work will stop, if you don't come to office. Now we are more wise to understand that things can go, not only go, but it can become even better.
Yeah, all develop protocols for how we want to work.
Absolutely.
And to do goal setting, to be able to move towards smaller goals.
Right.
When you're doing it online, it is about smaller goals.
So you are saving on your time, you are saving on your petrol, you are saving on your costs.
Higher productivity.
You are increasing your productivity, right? So it's beneficial unless until it's almost impossible to do something without going to office. I think it's good that I think the whole world has learned it now.
Yeah, everybody has. I mean, you've had TCS that is saying that they will move offline completely.
Correct.
You've had Seat Tire saying that the entire sales force can henceforth work offline.
Right.
And there are lots of these kind of announcements, and I'm sure we'll see more. It's not good news for real estate for sure.
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of us, it has brought some good news along with it. Your
Definitely.
last one is your home. Do you miss going out? Do you miss traveling? If I was to ask you, if there's one place you could go to right now and work there, where would it be? In the sense, work online from that place, where would it be?
So I want to go out actually. So I've been wishing to go out. I'm missing, going to hills actually. So I have done the booking, but it had got cancelled twice. So let's see when I am able to go. But the thing is that in the hills, the network doesn't work. So work will not be there.
Work will not be there. So you'll go for a pure vacation.
So I'm just searching for that opportunity.
Wonderful. And the last question is, actually there's one which is there, which is kind of really funny. But I'll ask you this. Are there any apps on your phone that you can't live without?
Yeah, there are many apps. So Maps is there, Google Maps is there, first of all. WhatsApp is there.
Yeah.
Very many other apps as well. Financial apps are there. Banking apps are there. Then there is Quora is one app which I like. TED is there. So there are at least 40, 45 apps. And so I like them. I use them quite often. They are very handy. So in today's world, it has become very important to have these apps, and they sort of become part of your life.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I would not say that you can't live without them, but in today's scenario, when you are working from home, so they become quite handy and useful.
And the last question is, what is the craziest conversation you may have overheard or heard? The craziest, wildest conversation you may have overheard or heard.
So I can't remember offhand. You should have asked the question earlier. Prior to me.
This is a difficult one, actually, because if I was to think back, there are some crazy conversations that I've heard or overheard. I can't repeat them on a public platform. So thank you, Deepak. That was splendid. Thank you for kick this off. I think there are some questions there for you. So
sure.
I'm now going to open it. Preeti, who's the one who has questions?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for getting the insights from Deepak sir. And Deepak sir, thank you so much. We are really excited to get to know about you. You are really amazing person. So we have some questions from the volunteers from you. So the first question is raised by Anjali. I request Anjali to please switch on your mic, and you can also switch on your video while asking questions. So raise your question by yourself.
Yeah, Anjali.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Sir, I have a question which says that what is the best thing that happened this week to you, either at work or outside, outside anywhere?
So the best thing that happened was last Sunday, I went for a morning walk, and the weather was very good. It was pleasant. A lot of air was there, so I enjoyed that. Because mornings I usually have not been going for morning walks. Earlier I used to go, but of late, I think last 2 months I have not gone. I was going in evenings, but that day I went in morning. I liked that. That was the best thing in this week, so far as this week is concerned.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anjali. Thank you, Anjali. Next question is from Mitali. Mitali, can you please ask question? Switch on your video, please, or audio.
Yeah, so I'm seeing Mitali's question. Mitali, you want to speak?
Yeah. Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. So, sir, I want to ask one word that defines your Power to SME team best.
Power to SME team best.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I would say very, very sincere. Sincere is the word. and I am lucky to have such a team.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And the next volunteer is Rahul Virmani. Rahul, please ask your question.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi, Rahul.
So my question is to you. Sir, every level has its own different set of pressures. Junior level has its own set of pressures and middle level has its own. So what kind of pressure do the senior management level has to face on day-to-day basis, and how do you cope up?
Yeah. I would say, as you rightly said, pressure is there, always there. And I would say in the positive sense that pressure has to be there. Otherwise, we become casual sometimes. So at senior level, the pressure is more related towards business, the growth of the business, the return of value that the company has to give to its shareholders, to its investors. So I think that is the biggest pressure because, you would, particularly in our company, we are in the transition phase, I would say. We have turned around our business where we were earlier, and how we changed our business, how we de-risked our business from unsecured to secured. So that's a phenomenal transition that we have been going through, and that we have been successful, and we have to take it forward to the next level, and that's how the value for the company would come, and that's how the value for the investors, for the employees, everyone would come. So at the senior level, those kinds of pressure are there: how to improve the performance of the company, how to maximize the returns of the company, and all that.
Next is Harish Kenny. Harish, please ask your question.
सर गुड आफ्टरनून.
गुड आफ्टरनून हरीश.
सर आपको कभी किसी तरह का कोई गिल्ट फील हुआ है, कभी भी किसी तरह का?
मुझे गिल्ट फील तब होता है जब मैं मतलब किसी काम को नहीं कर पाता, या किसी काम में अपना पूरा एफर्ट नहीं डाल पाता. तो कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि कोई काम आप करने बैठे हो, लेकिन अचानक से कोई और चीज आ जाती है, और वो भी इम्पोर्टेंट है, वो भी क्रिटिकल है, उसको आप छोड़ नहीं सकते, तो आपकी पहली वाली चीज रह जाती है, जबकि वो भी जरूरी थी. तो ऐसा कभी होता है तो फील होता है. Otherwise, if you are fair in your dealings, if you are, as I said, as I have been saying since beginning, if you are true to yourself and you are doing your work with hard work and diligence, then you are fairly dealing with everyone. You are not unfair. Then guilt normally is not there, right? Because at your heart, you know that you have put in your best effort for everything, for anything that comes your way, you have put in your best. Then the guilt feeling is not there normally.
Okay, the next is Veera. Veera, please ask your question. Quickly, please.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Veera. Yes, Veera.
Veera, any problem with your audio?
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I have one question. Morning हम लोग जब करते हैं so used to report like 9 before 9 8:30 something, and हम लोग रात को भी होते हैं तो 9 o'clock there is no time कब निकलते हैं. And it was such a true inspiration for us, like youngster जितने भी हम लोग हैं, तो काफी चीजें हम लोग learn करते हैं. And how do you manage your work-life balance? We really want to learn.
So, Veera, this is the most difficult thing for me. Right? I also struggle finding a balance, and so I would say, whatever time you get, whatever time you get, you should spend with your family, with your kids, with your friends. So for example, with friends, nowadays meetings have become lesser and lesser. So what we have started doing now is on every Sunday morning, we meet 4 or 5 friends and we go for a walk, long walk. So like 7-8 kilometers in some park of Delhi. So we have been doing this for last 3-4 months. And the good thing about this is that in the morning, if you go, then you're not disturbing anybody in the family also, because on Sundays, mostly everybody is sleeping late, right? So that's how I try to find out time to enjoy with my friends. As far as family is concerned, in the night, normally nowadays, we have gotten into a habit of seeing a movie together at night, because at 9 or 9:30 we start and we end up at around 11:30 or 12 sometimes. So it's difficult, but whatever time you get, you should do, because sometimes work pressure are so much that it's very difficult to find time. But still, whatever time you are getting, so whatever is critical, you should complete that in the night. But otherwise, if that can be deferred, you can defer that and spend time with your family. It's very individualistic kind of a thing, and one should definitely try to balance these out in your own ways. These are my ways. How do I do it? You can choose your own ways. You can play, or you can do something else also.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So Damini, now it's your turn.
Thank you, Preeti. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. I want to first say that I've really enjoyed listening to this conversation, and I extend my compliments to the organizers for doing something so wonderful. Sir, my question to you is that all of us have discovered some hidden skill in us during the lockdown. We've all discovered, whole new skills. We've, discovered new hobbies. तो सर आपने ऐसा क्या किया लॉकडाउन में जब आप काम नहीं कर रहे थे तो आपने नया क्या किया?
मैंने एक बड़ा इम्पोर्टेंट काम किया. जितनी भी मूवीज पेंडिंग थी ना, मैंने सारी देख डाली.
Wonderful.
So which was the best movie you saw?
Best movie? There were quite a few actually. अभी मैंने एक देखी थी, मैकेनिक देखी, और हिंदी मूवीज भी बहुत सारी देखी. अब नाम तो मेरे को सबके याद नहीं है, बट आई बेसिकली लाइक thriller movies. I saw a few series also. One series was Avarodh on Sony. One series was another one, The Final Call, I think. एक तो और भी थी, काफी अच्छी सीरीज थी. वो मैंने टीवी बहुत देखा लॉकडाउन में.
That's great. So Reshu, the last question from your side.
Hi Deepak, hi Shudha.
Hi.
Yeah, so my question is with both of you. So what is more important in work? I mean, to work with the good people or to look for the good opportunity?
What is more important?
Yeah.
That is very clever question, Rishu, and a difficult one.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
So difficult questions are for Sudha.
No, for both of you.
We both have to answer.
Yeah,
You're the best. Pehle aap.
Deepak ka to interview.
So my take would be that I would say people are more important for me. So for any good opportunity, you need to have a good team. Then only that opportunity can be realized or converted into a beneficial thing. If you have the opportunity, but if you don't have the team, you don't have the resources, basically, then it goes futile. So I would keep people higher than anything else.
Okay. Shudha, yours.
Your answer, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm happy to take that question, Reshu, and I look at it in a slightly more complex fashion. So it is a known fact. People move from company to company. They move for many reasons. Some of them move for a better opportunity, and along with that comes better pay, better role, better designation, all of that. So if movement is an absolute, let's say, acceptable norm, कि movement तो होगी, I want you to take a step back and think of career cycles. Movement happens in a certain mid-cycle where people feel that growth will come with the next jump, right?
Yeah.
And that is where it's very, very short-sighted. There are 3 things I've always said to my team members. Don't be in a rush to get that 6-figure salary or that 7-figure salary, because please understand, if you're not ready for it, if you peak too fast, you will be unemployable too fast. Second, if you peak too fast and you don't deliver too fast, or you haven't matured enough to understand the kind of responsibilities that come, then you have another challenge. So I think it is important for you to take a step back, understand what stage of your career you are in, and then take a decision based on what do you think you need at that point of time. Are you young enough to say, if I have a really bad team or I have a terrible boss or I'm not inspired, I will still take that opportunity because it'll work for me in the growth? If you ask me personally, I will actually always go for people.
Great.
Because there are people who will inspire you to bring out the best in yourself. There is your team that will inspire you to fulfill all the ethical practices that you must, which is to inspire them, which is to make them want to do better, which is to make them want to push the envelope for themselves, etc., etc. And there will always be leadership and colleagues whom you will learn from, not necessarily in a learning mode, but just by your daily interactions with them. You will get inspiration, you will get learning, you will want to do better than what you did or saw yourself capable of. So therefore, for me personally, I will always go for people. But is that an absolute? I don't think so. It works individually for everybody. Sureshu, I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, Shudha.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
And can you both please one more question, please? Can you both take
Yeah.
one more question, please, from my side?
Sure.
That is from my side. So
Sure,
my
sure.
first question is for Sudha, ma'am. Ma'am, when I joined the organization, I saw your profile on the company's website, and that is very impressive. And I wanted to meet you from that time itself, but I didn't get an opportunity to meet you earlier. So I think that you are a perfect example of an empowered woman. I want a few words from you for the woman empowerment.
I'm not your best champion for that. I believe these definitions that we put on ourselves as woman, man, are self-created. I see myself as a professional. I happen to be a woman, but I'm a professional first. And if you are able to understand that, empowerment will come. Your self definitions जो हम डालते हैं अपने ऊपर, ये self definitions बहुत limiting होते हैं.
Right.
So I have never seen myself. I am a woman. I mean, I am a daughter. I am a sister. I am a mother. I'm a wife. So of course, I am a woman, but at the workplace, I am a professional first. And I think that is something that we all need to aspire to be the best of yourself as a professional, and then to have goals that you want to strive for. There's a lot of conversation that is happening outside in the entire corporate environment about gender play, gender diversity, the importance of gender diversity. Why is it that we have such a small percentage of women leaders? Is it the proverbial glass ceiling? Is it that salaries are not at par? These are all conversations which are happening outside, and they're wonderful conversations to have and also to follow. So, you have to find what gives you empowerment. I will not agree with the typical sense of saying, "Main khana nahi banaungi because I'm a working woman." All that is just cliched stuff. You discover what empowers you, and you develop that skill of yourself, and that will truly empower you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm very thankful for your answer. And now my question to Deepak sir. Sir, I often wonder to see that how much activities you do simultaneously, and that too with utmost efficiency. Can you share some tips with us so that we can also improve ourselves?
So I don't have any magic wand for that. Basic, very, very basic. Hard work and true to yourself. Then things automatically fall in place. When you become of my age, you will be much more efficient than me. Right? Keep on doing whatever you are doing with utmost sincerity and diligence. These things come with experience, and you are already having these kind of faculties in yourself, and these will improve over time.
Okay. I will try my best to improve.
No rocket science after that. Just keep on doing your things diligently and with hard work. That's all.
Okay. Thank you so much, Deepak sir. Thank you so much, Sudha ma'am, for having this session. We are very delighted to know about both of you, and it was really an interesting session. And I hope all the viewers have enjoyed a lot. Have you enjoyed your virtual tea break? Anyone is having the tea or coffee with you?
I am having.
Yeah, I is having. So because it's a chai pe charcha, so we should have a tea or coffee break, because in this lockdown period, I'm missing, and I believe that all other persons are also missing that the tea break, which we likely to have in the office together. So this was an opportunity to have a tea break and to get familiar with the senior team members, like the esteemed personalities of our company. So thank you so much, everyone, every viewers.
Thanks
I would like to take feedback from everyone for the further improvements, because we would have this activity every month.
Yes, please tell us, guys. We'd love to have that. I think, because we will be having more chai pe charchas, and we'd like to make sure that we make it as interesting as possible.
So,
thank you, Deepak.
Yeah, thanks, Sudha. Thanks a lot. Just one small suggestion. So, apart from senior management team members, we should have it for at random also.
Yes, we will, Deepak. That is also there.
Yeah. So for everybody.
Yeah.
So to kickstart this activity, we started with the senior team members with their team personality, so that everyone would take interest in getting know about the great leaders of the company.
Thank you so much, Preeti. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you, everyone. Please give your feedback.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend, everybody. See you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.